Woke up. Wake you up. Wake that ass up.
Program your alarm to Power 105.1 on iHeartRadio.
Good morning, USA. Yo 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 yo. Jess Hilarious.
Wake that ass up.
Charlamagne the God. Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hump day. How y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here another day to serve our beautiful listeners. Good morning.
Yes, it's Wednesday's hump day, middle of the week. How you feeling, Jess?
I feel okay. How are you?
You look tired.
Tired. Yes, very tired.
You look very tired.
I'm here. Thank God that I woke up this morning.
Did you smoke before you came in this morning?
No, honestly, I have not.
Edible?
No.
Oh, you just tired.
I don't believe her.
I'm just tired.
Yeah,
I don't care what y'all believe. Damn it, I'm tired.
But God can see her. That's all that matters.
Okay. Exactly. Exactly.
And I'm going to tell you something about God, man. I woke up this morning and I was like, man, today is one of those days I wish I could just stay home and just be still and listen to the voice of God all day. And so as I was driving into work, I was slightly meditating, because of course you can't meditate when you're driving, but I was just riding in silence, and I said to myself, I'm not going to do anything but listen for the voice of God all day long.
Okay.
Even in this room. So if it's not of God, I don't want to hear it. And I haven't heard y'all yet this morning. I want you to know.
All right.
Sounds like I'm deaf.
Okay.
I feel deaf in this room
Good.
right
Well,
now.
hopefully you be quiet too. Shut up.
All right.
Was somebody talking just now? I didn't hear.
Well, let's get the show cracking. Kenya Barris will be joining us. He has a new documentary. It's called The Logo. Jerry West, The Logo. It's on Prime Video now. You know Jerry West, if you're an NBA fan. He was the alleged logo for a long time, and now I guess in the documentary they are proving that Jerry West is the logo.
I mean, they've always known it was the logo. They didn't want to admit that he was the logo because they didn't want to have to pay him.
Correct.
Yes, but they always knew that was his silhouette.
Yes. So he'll be joining us to talk about
One
that.
of the greatest losers in NBA history, probably the greatest loser in NBA history.
Jesus.
I mean, championship loser.
Championship loser.
I know that
right.
sounds crazy, but yes, there are championship losers.
Definitely is a Hall of Famer. He's
like what, 1 in 6 in NBA Finals,
1
or
in
1 in
6 and
7 or
7,
something like that.
Yeah. So, but we'll be kicking it with Kenya Barris in a little bit. And then we got front page news
With Mimi Brown.
Mimi will be breaking down everything that's happening.
Now, I did turn on one record this morning. One record. I don't know why. I just was in the mood to hear some Goody Mob this morning.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I put on one of my favorite albums, Soul Food. Okay. If you was born in the 1900s, then you understand what that album meant to people.
So what you want to hear?
How it filled you up.
Did God speak to you through that album?
He did, actually. 100%. Soul Food, absolutely. That God is all through that album. And he's all through the title track of that album, Soul Food, by the way.
All right, well, let's jump into it right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Get your ass up. Mimi's up next. Morning, everybody. It's DJ
Sunday morning, where you
Envy,
eating
Jess
at?
Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Start off with some quick sports. Now, last night in NBA, the 76ers beat the Celtics 111-97. The Lakers beat the Rockets 101-94. They lead that series 2-0. And the Trailblazers beat the Spurs 106-103.
I just assume if you're on the East Coast and you staying up to watch games like the Rockets Lakers, you ain't got nothing to do in the morning.
Yeah,
you ain't got no job.
I fell asleep.
You ain't got no
Spurs,
school. You ain't got no kids to
Trailblazers.
wake up in the morning. After Spurs, Trailblazers. And by the way, that was too late. For me, anyway.
That was late.
Okay?
That ended, what, like 10:30, 10:40?
I don't even remember. I just know it was way past my bedtime and my eyes started to look like Music Soul Child.
Yeah,
so it was time to sleep.
These are late games. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, Envy, Jess, Charlamagne. How y'all doing this morning?
Peace, Mimi Brown.
Girl.
Good morning. So we start this morning in Virginia, where voters approved a new congressional map that could shift the balance of power in Washington. The decision gives Democrats a clearer path to pick up as many as 4 seats in the U.S. House of Representatives at a time when control of Congress is expected to be tight heading into the midterms. And this comes after a multi-million-dollar fight on both sides, with Democrats calling it a way to push back against Republican power and Republicans calling it an unfair redraw or gerrymandering. Now, all of this is part of a much bigger nationwide battle. States across the country are redrawing maps mid-decade, all trying to gain an edge before the next election. Let's hear from House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
Listen, we were on our way to winning control of the House of Representatives because Donald Trump and Republicans have completely and totally failed. The economy is a disaster. They've broken health care in the United States of America. And now we have this reckless, costly war of choice that Donald Trump has plunged the country in, spending billions of dollars to drop bombs in the Middle East, while these Republican extremists won't spend a dime to make life better for the American people. It was important for Democrats to push back aggressively across the country to stop Donald Trump's gerrymandering scheme, which was designed to rig the midterm elections. They thought we were going to step back, but we've made clear that we will fight back and we're going to keep our foot on the gas pedal.
One of the rare times that I agree with Hakeem Jeffries, but this gives me a little hope for the midterms because we know Trump and his goons are going to do everything in their power to intervene in the midterms, and by intervene I mean steal. But when I see things like this, it gives me a case for optimism.
Yeah, for sure. And we know we picked up 5 seats here in California, but up next is Florida. So lawmakers there, they are expected to take up their own redistricting plan as soon as next week. So we'll continue to watch what happens there. Democrats, of course, are saying this is just bigger than one state. Several states are now doing this, and we'll see what outcome we have when we get to the midterm elections with all of these redistricting plans happening across the U.S. Go ahead.
And it also feels like Republicans got beat at their own game, their own gerrymandering game, okay? Yeah. Because Republicans started the redistricting gerrymandering game. They started that in Texas.
In Texas.
Yeah, absolutely.
They sure did. Absolutely. And now to the war in Iran, where we are waking up to a major development. President Trump announcing he is extending the ceasefire just hours before it was set to expire. He says he's waiting for Iran to come to the table with a unified proposal and insisting the U.S. is in a strong position to get Iran to sign a nuclear deal. But some members of Congress, they are not convinced. They say the president may be standing in his own way when it comes to ending this war. Let's hear from Congressman Adam Smith and Congressman Gregory Meeks of New York.
I mean, everyone seems to think that Trump has some sort of mad genius to what he's doing. It seems to me like he's just an arrogant egotist popping off in ways that aren't well thought out and don't advance any sort of strategic plan.
So I would hope that both sides stay at the table and work hard to get this thing done, because the end result is when you do things erratically as the president has done it, the American people suffer.
I agree with those individuals. Okay, Trump don't know what he's doing. He's just giving it out.
Yeah, day by day, something different. So as we come on this morning, no talks are happening.
That was what I was going to ask. Wasn't there supposed to be a meeting yesterday? J.D. Vance was flying in. What happened with that?
Exactly. There was supposed to be a meeting yesterday. J.D. Vance was flying in. But as of this morning, no talks are happening. Both sides were a no-show in Pakistan, with Iran refusing to attend, pointing that those U.S. seizures of those oil ships and the ongoing naval blockade as a reason to why they are refusing to show up at the table. Vice President J.D. Vance, he is also back in Washington. There were pictures of him yesterday arriving at the White House, canceling his plans after those failed negotiations. And so, yeah, and here at home, of course, we're already feeling it. Oil prices, they climbed again yesterday after those shipments continue to be disrupted on the Strait of Hormuz. And of course, that's pushing those gas prices up that we're seeing. I think the national average is somewhere around $4 a gallon, according to AAA. And that's just keeping pressure up, on flights and everyday goods.
Diesel is almost $6. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. I know these tractor-trailer drivers these truckers are wilding.
What do you mean these truckers?
Because I'm not a trucker.
You're married to a trucker.
Okay, I'm not a trucker.
Don't act like you didn't have this conversation at home. Don't act like you didn't hear these complaints at the house.
Yeah, I hear the complaints at the house, but driving past gas stations, I see, like, $5.46 is what I saw. They almost $6. That's crazy.
I put $40 in. I'm the $40 guy. I'm only putting $40 in regardless of the gas prices. And usually $40 would get me
$40.
I always told you got left $40 when you was on your come up.
You said what?
Yeah, what?
Nothing. But listen, I saw the gas prices
and today it only got me 80 miles today.
I saw the gas prices go up in real time. I was driving and it was like 3 something, then it went up to like 4.
While you was looking at it?
I was looking at, you be looking at the signs when you're driving. The sign went up in real time. I was like, oh, shoot.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Right.
That is wild.
Yeah, $40 got me nothing this morning. I just want to let you know.
Yeah.
It got somebody else something though, didn't it? That was your price back in the day, wasn't it?
What are you talking
What's
about?
up, God?
Leave me $40. You're right.
Thank you, Mimi.
God wanted me to tell him that.
No.
All right, coming up at 7.
Remind him of his past wicked ways.
Coming up at 7, a major airline is struggling to stay afloat. The solution could involve your money. We're going to talk about it.
Nah, nigga. I've been told y'all to get out the sky. I know exactly. Y'all wings should have been clipped a long time ago. I know exactly who you talking about.
We'll get to that next.
I saw that story.
Everybody else, get it off your
finally.
chest. 800-585-1051.
They still owe me some money right now.
If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
I'm dialing. Hey, what you doing, man? I'm dialing.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed? 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Yeah, what up, man? This is Marcus from Franklin, Virginia.
Marcus, what up?
morning,
Get it off your
Marcus.
chest,
Peace,
brother.
Marcus.
How y'all doing this morning, man?
Good, black, and highly favored.
That's what's up, man. Yo, do y'all mind if I take a moment to speak to my wife for a second?
Go ahead, brother.
Oh.
Yo, babe, I love you so much. Happy 21st anniversary. You know, any other time I would spend that time with you, but I just started this job Monday, like you know, and I got to get to the bag, babe. Thank you so much for being there and having my back, man. I love you so much.
What's your queen name?
I love that.
Oh, my bad. Her name's Shamika White.
Shamika White. Salute to Shamika White,
Happy
man. What's your name
anniversary,
again, brother?
Marcus.
Marcus.
My name Marcus.
Salute to Shamika White from Marcus, man. I'm glad that you, sending her that energy this morning.
Yeah.
Is she upset that you can't spend time
Yeah, no
with her
doubt.
on your anniversary?
Oh, nah, she like get to the bag, man. She know what it is.
That's what's up, man. How long y'all been together?
He just said, they're married 21 years.
21 years.
Been married 21 years.
Amazing.
Congratulations,
He
my
don't
brother.
listen. He don't listen. Well, congratulations, brother. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and y'all have a wonderful day.
You too, Marcus.
You too. That's
I could tell you you're not listening to people this
The
morning.
voice
The
of
man
God.
said
I know
his
you're
name.
not talking.
Charlamagne reset Marcus. Then he said, what's your
Yes.
name, brother?
Right.
Then he got
Yes.
some 21st anniversary. He said, how long you been married? 24.
See?
Yes, because things happen like that sometimes. You do it all the time as well. You do know that, right?
I do it.
Okay, then. So shut the hell up.
But you do
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
But you do it. But you did it right now. Just right on top of you just saying Marcus, darling. Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's up? It's Kendra from Jersey.
Kendra,
Peace,
what's up?
Kendra.
Get it off your chest,
What's your
mama.
name and where you calling from?
This guy's crazy.
Brother, you ain't even listening, my man.
He's not
I
listening.
heard you, Kendra. The joke, Kendra from New Jersey.
What's up, Kendra? Get it off your chest.
Okay, Charlotte. All right. Dang. Well, I didn't even have nothing to get off my chest bad. I just called.
What about that hair?
Good morning. What's up? What's up?
Nothing, Kendra.
Go ahead, Kendra.
Girl, he is playing with you.
God.
Be positive this morning.
I know. He said he was having good vibes today. He's been playing ever since he said that.
Absolutely.
Right.
Oh, man. But no, I just want to say good morning to y'all. And some good vibes for the day. You know, that's it.
That's right, Kendra. Make
Thank
sure
you,
God is
babe.
in everything that you do today. I'm being serious, though. I did wake up this morning, and I said I'm listening for the voice of God all day long. Like, I really wish I could just sit home and meditate all day, but that's not the way life works.
You know what? That's great. You know what? You just keep good energy up all day and just try to be kind to people. You know, a lot of people going through things. You know, you never know. A lot of silent battles. No matter how much you see them smiling, they pushing through something. So
That's real.
I just try to be as kind as I can to people.
There
That's
you
real,
go.
Kendra.
Absolutely,
You're right.
Kendra.
Thank you, mama.
And most importantly, be kind to Drake, Charlamagne. Get ready for May 15th.
Oh, wow. I like that.
I'm not sitting around hating on Drake. I don't care what Drake does.
All right, you want to make sure that you know you're gonna be objective
Of
on May
course.
15th and give my boy a chance.
Of course, I said yesterday that I liked the rollout. I like what he
Thank you,
did with the
Kendra.
ice blocks. I think that was slick. And I saw him give $100,000 to the person who found the release date. I thought that was slick. I like that.
I'm sure Lauren's going to be breaking that down in the latest. Yes, Drake did announce a date. And
Oh,
he
nice.
did, and the person who found the actual thing in the ice got some bread last night.
They
bro.
broke the
100,000 they
ice.
said.
Yeah.
They broke the ice.
Broke it,
Damn.
yeah,
Okay,
so-
cool.
But everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's a new day. This is your time to get it off your chest. Wake up. Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, Breakfast Club. It's J.A. from Indy.
Peace, J.A. from
Hey,
Indy.
how you been?
I've been good. I've been sliding a little bit. I've been to the islands. We talked about that. Tell Lauren I went to Italy. I was there before she was there.
Okay.
But now I got beef with my boys.
Why you got beef with your boys?
We take a guys trip every year. And now that the guys trip is coming up, the payments are due. Now they want to make payment plans. I'm like, y'all just stay here.
Nah, but you got to understand, the gas prices are high, food prices are high. They
people
going to get
going
it together.
through it, man.
They just got to do a little bit at a time.
It's different this year.
Hey,
Can I ask you a
go
question,
wait
J.A.?
tables, go late the asphalt. I'm sorry, go ahead, Charlamagne.
Can I ask you a question? What's the point of a guy's trip?
It's for them. I already be outside. I slide them up. It's just be for them.
They sit in a circle and masturbate.
Are they all married? That's
Liars,
disgusting.
stop.
Are they all
Hey,
married?
there you go. A couple of them are.
Yeah, I just don't see the point of no guys trip. I ain't like, when I like to go on an island or something, I want to be with my wife. I ain't a bunch of guys for what?
You know what? Because we like to go to museums. We like to do things in that.
You know what? The funny thing, I was talking to my wife about this, and I was like, I wouldn't want to go on a guy trip. Then I rethought about it. I'm like, nah, I can. And I'm going to tell you how. if me and the fellas, let's say we into golf and we say, yo, let's go golfing.
Yeah.
The fellas could go golfing if they wanted to.
Yeah, but that's a one-day thing.
That's
ain't
right.
no
Like
goddamn
a
trip.
Or if you're into soccer and you want to go to the World Cup, or you know what I mean, you want to go
Usher and Chris Brown concert. That's what you was talking about doing the other day.
It's not the
And
same.
the meet and greet.
It's not the same. But besides that, like I don't want to go anywhere with my fellas. I like
Me neither.
I'm like with I rather go with the wife.
But y'all don't want to be with them for days. Like
No.
Charlotte said, it's like one day we can fellowship,
Exactly.
congregate, we cool,
go golfing and we
catching up.
out. Yeah, we go watch this. We out.
One day is a
But
little
not
too
like
much.
a whole trip.
Nah,
like,
not a whole trip.
Did you go to Anguilla, Jay?
You talked to me about this a couple of weeks ago. Yes, I get that. Remember?
But did you go?
About that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yes. Months
Okay.
ago.
All right.
February. So before I lose, I don't think Charlamagne and Envy, I don't think y'all have friends. That's really why you.
Damn, they probably don't.
Play football with them.
You might be right. I mean, no, I got homies, but I don't.
I got
like,
a
I still
bunch
don't
of
want no
friends.
guys trip. I didn't even do a bachelor party when I get married. Like that's not my idea of fun.
But I feel like you don't even hang with nobody.
No, I
You
don't.
don't.
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
me. I'm funny.
Nah, me neither. Only
You know,
when I'm
I
working.
was gonna say, yeah, y'all don't
Only
hang out with
when I'm
people.
working, and because if I go to the game, I'm taking my son. You know, I'm
Right.
taking my daughter. If I'm going somewhere, I'm taking my wife. Like,
Yeah, family or working.
That's right. I got a very small circle of people that I like to be around.
Me too, and I'm happy
when
about
it's not
that.
work related. Yes,
I'm
very
happy
very
about
small
that.
circle. My circle's so small it could be a dot.
Thank you, J.A.
But listen, I'll tell you something. The people you like to be around for no reason, that's
Yeah.
like really your circle. And there's
Yeah.
only a few people I like to be around for no reason.
Yeah.
Like no reason. Like, you know, I'm talking about no reason whatsoever. We ain't got to be doing nothing. Just kicking it. That circle is very, 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 very small.
Yeah, I'm with you. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. We got the latest coming up. Hey, Lauren.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
How you feeling, Lauren?
I'm feeling good. How y'all feeling?
Yes, lashes. Period.
Got them done yesterday. Filled and thick.
We have the latest coming up.
Yes, we do. I heard y'all talking about Drake this morning. So we got a release date.
Yes.
We're going to get
I
into it.
know,
But we
that's
also got
right.
some exclusive details. I called over to Canada yesterday. So we're going to get into those as well.
They knocked that ice down fast.
Oh, we're going to talk about that.
I think he knew where that was, but we'll get into that
Crazy.
next. The latest with Lauren's coming up, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Your talk, LL Cool, babe.
Yeah. I'm not dumbing myself down. I'm being myself.
Sources trust.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything and everything.
The little brown girls look at you and go, I want to be like you.
Take me through that. Take me through that.
The latest with Loren
Take me through
LoRosa
that. Take me through that.
on the Breakfast Club.
LL Cool, babe.
Talk to me.
All right, y'all. So yesterday, we found out the release date for Drake's Iceman. It'll be releasing on May 15th. So we finally have a date.
Is there any significance to that date?
I'm not
I
for
know
sure.
5 + 1 is 6.
And then he used the white, blue, and red,
Please.
like the icy.
No.
No, because there is a booklet that came with the whole release, and there's some things, the little Easter eggs that we're going to get into that, you know, people have been pointing out. But the way that it was found, so remember I told you guys about the huge art installation, the ice installation that Drake put in downtown Toronto?
Yep.
So yesterday, a streamer, his name is Kishka, he was there for a couple days. He climbed on top of this installation. Now, mind y'all, the installation is 15 feet high, 20 feet long, 15 feet wide. It weighs roughly 1 million pounds, right? So it's not built for you to just be on top of it. But he's up there, and he talks a bit on his stream about how he broke through the ice. Let's take a listen to streamer on how he dug out.
Bro, I used the diamond pickaxe. At first, I tried campfires. Campfires weren't working. I pulled it yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, I was with an iron pickaxe. It wasn't working. Today, I had to pull out the diamond pickaxe. Top layer, but second row. And it all worked out.
Yeah, he knew where that was. He knew exactly where that was.
So there have been...
It seemed like it to me.
Yes, that's what I said, because all those people that were there the couple days that it was there were up on the top, they were on the bottom, they were everywhere. So how did he know where it was? So there have been some fan pages that have been pointing out the fact that there may have been a clue that was dropped in his stream after there was a drone that flew over the art installation. But let's get into what he found. So after he found, it was like a blue package.
Blue bag, yeah.
Blue bag. It said, freeze the world. So then he's on FaceTime with Aiden Ross, who is a streamer who's friends with Drake, who tells him to go to Drake's home because there's like a gift or a prize there for him, right? So he gets to Drake's house and he opens up this booklet with the May 15th date in it. And in the booklet, there's a few things that are happening. So there's like a photo of Drake, photo of Drake's dad. But on one page of the booklet, there's like the Iceman, and then you have a photo of Sexy Red, who fans now believe are going to be on Iceman as a feature. I was told that is definitely something you can look forward to, is her on the project. But on the other side of that, there's a Pinocchio with like a sniper target on it. And the Pinocchio he used throughout some of the Iceman, like the visuals he was dropping. And fans believe that this is pointing to like the whole Kendrick Lamar situation and the lies that he alleged were told on him because of the whole pedophile thing. But yeah, so they've been...
A lot of Drake fans love when Pinocchio puts their nose in their butt and they lie on purpose.
Hey, yo.
This guy's crazy.
Imagine that, yo.
But Drake was actually at the house when he pulled up. He was like in a window. He came to the window, and then they brought out some money for him. It was like $50,000 in Canadian money for the streamer. So I mean, look, now we know when the album is coming, and we potentially know one of the features from what I was told.
Did Drake come out the house, or no? He didn't come out the house.
He didn't come out the house. He just he was in the window though. Like you could see him in the window, and he was trying to say something, but you couldn't really hear him because he was kind of far. But yeah, so now we have the date.
And 50,000 Canadian dollars is 36,000 US. So he gave him 36,000 cash.
Okay.
Yeah. What the hell he care for? What the hell they care for? They in Canada.
It don't matter. I'm just telling Americans who are listening what is 50,000 Canada dollars.
$36,000. Okay.
Yeah.
To be honest, man, to all the Drake fan pages and OVO lovers, I see why y'all be in our comments saying all we do is talk about Drake. It really does feel like that. Okay, I get it because I don't care about any of this that much. Right? I'm glad that you want Pinocchio's nose in your butt and you want to lie about it. You want to keep lying and lying and lying so you can feel it in your gut.
He's just one of the biggest rappers ever, sir.
All right. Yes.
That's the reason why
Sexy Red's gonna be on the album. Woo woo. Yeah, let's go.
You're not going to listen to Iceman when it drops?
Yeah.
You are a Drake hater.
I'm not a hater. It's just like, okay.
He's not going to be running to listen to it.
No, not at all. I ain't about to run and slip on no ice. No I'm not about to run and slip on no frozen semen. All right?
Jesus Christ.
Because that's what's going to be everywhere. I'm not going to be able to get to the album.
But there's a lot of women that love Drake, too. It's going to be a dope album. I'm excited about the project.
Yeah, so yesterday, at the close of all this, after we found out the date, I contacted police in Toronto who told me that they had actually shut it down because they were deeming it unsafe because the ice started to melt and it was shifting and they didn't want people climbing on it. And then I saw fire trucks come and like start to melt the ice. So that's all going away now.
Now
it was fun.
Jess, your wig is to the right now.
Yo, shut up.
To the left.
Wow. You gonna see your wig falling off to the left. Like I wasn't telling my wig falling off to the left.
It looks fine. It looks fine.
Thank you.
It looks fine.
To the right now.
I'm dumb because I looked the first time. Like, what do you mean? Yo, just shut up.
I know the feeling, Jess. I remember.
Now
also, wig shifting, right? I know. Yep.
Now, also, there was rumors that he's possibly performing at FIFA. Is that true? Did you hear anything about that?
I did see those rumors, but I haven't confirmed anything. But I did see yesterday one of his like really close friends posted something about the Scarborough, the team in Toronto on that same date. So I don't know if they plan to do something with the release there on that date as well too. But I have heard rumors about the FIFA thing as well too, but nothing that I've been able to confirm.
That'd be huge.
I mean, yeah, but it's Drake, right? So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. So, we have release date, something to look forward to. I have a question for y'all as we wrap. So, we were talking about this yesterday when we were preparing the coverage. Do y'all feel like it's a rollout? So, it's supposed to be a bit performative, but do you guys feel like this rollout, Drake he was more attention-seeking than he's been in other rollouts? Because you don't get any music with this rollout.
I hate when people say that, and the reason I hate when people say that is because that is what rollouts are supposed to do, garner you attention. So if you are getting attention from a rollout, that's a good thing. The Iceman rollout has been great.
Yeah, I think I
ain't gonna sit here and act like it hasn't been
a dope rollout. I'm just mad that it didn't take a couple extra days. Like I felt like it should have been there a couple more days with people really trying to get there to do that.
I thought it was dope.
I thought it was dope.
They put out music. What was that song when he had the guns in the video and all that? All of that was
part
of
the
Ice. Yeah, that was part of the Iceman rollout.
But I think
he was riding through the city in an ice truck or something like that. Something like that.
I think what I mean is like when you think about like a God's Plan and like some of the other things. Remember he did
that in God's Plan. He gave
but he was like we had the song in the video. Like we had something. It was like it seemed a little bit more in line. It was like we got that music and then this whole part of the rollout started. Everything has seemed very like compartmentalized. So you can't really.
But this is also without the record label, right? Because we don't know if the record label is going to support because he's actually suing the label that's supposed to be putting out his music and distributing his music, right? So we seeing Drake without the label so far because this is all Drake, correct?
Yo, Drake fan pages, y'all are absolutely correct. 10 minutes on Aubrey. God damn. I mean, y'all are right. Y'all won, yo. Y'all won. Y'all got your OVO lovers. Y'all won, bro. Y'all got it. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ.
10 minutes.
You ain't even got to get in our comments and say it. Now go ahead, clip this up. Y'all won. You're right. The whole 10 minutes on Iceman. All I needed to know is to come out May 15th. Jesus Christ.
Well, that was the latest for the
God.
album.
You over there bricked up, Eli? Look, Eli wiping his chin off.
Yo.
He said he wore blue today, too.
Yeah.
Iceman.
All right. Well, that was the latest with Laura. Now, when we come back, we have front page news. Mimi will be joining us. And next hour, we got more Drake, right?
No.
Man.
Next hour, we're going to
play not like us.
Next hour, we're going to Michael Jackson.
Pull up Drake. Pull up Drake. It's the Breakfast Club. Come on and pull up Drake. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, quick NBA, the 76ers beat the Celtics 111-97. The Trailblazers beat the Spurs 106-103. And the Lakers beat the Rockets 101-94. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, MV, Jess, Charlamagne. How y'all doing?
Peace, Mimi Brown.
Good morning, girl.
Good morning. So we start this hour with an apology from Tucker Carlson, the former Fox News host, now saying he regrets supporting Donald Trump. Let's listen.
Supported him. You wrote speeches for him. I campaigned for him. I mean, we're implicated in this for sure. It's not enough to say, well, I changed my mind, or like, oh, this is bad, I'm out. You and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now. I do think it's like a moment to wrestle with our own consciences. You know, we'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be. And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional. That's all I'll say. But the question does present itself immediately, like, what is this? Was this always the plan? You don't want to be a conspiracy nut, but like, clearly there were signs of low character. We knew that. But it didn't. There are tons of people of low character who like outperform their character.
I mean, listen, he's right. He got cons. The thing I don't agree with is he said it wasn't intentional. It was intentional to push, Donald Trump on America. If you chose to get behind a candidate and endorse a candidate, you were intentional about endorsing that candidate. So you can't say it wasn't intentional. It definitely was intentional.
Definitely was intentional. Of course, he was one of Trump's biggest supporters. He was pushed out of Fox News in 2023 during those voting machines, during the false claims, during the voting machines saga, that scandal. And of course, he later rebuilt his platform as a podcaster, even reconnecting with Trump before now breaking with him publicly again. But I think, when you look at their history, the two of them, back in 2021, Carlson said that he hated Trump. He also said that he fails at everything. These are text messages that have been made public. And he also said that he's good at destroying things. And then back in 2024, apparently he forgave all that, or that wasn't a big enough deal breaker for him, and he started campaigning for him. And so this is someone who speaks out of both sides of their mouth and has profited from, where we see Trump at now. So
yeah, and I don't know if he's sincere or not, but it doesn't matter, right? Like, Democrats need to be clipping that and putting it in campaign ads in the future, because
everywhere.
Because the reality is, whoever Tucker Carlson pushes for in 2028. If it's still somebody from MAGA, they should be running ads with Tucker and saying things like, "Are you going to listen to someone who got it so wrong before?" Right. Remember, this is the individual who told you to vote for this back in 2024. Now he's telling you to vote for this in 2028. You going to listen to him again? So Democrats, remember that for campaign ads in the future, please.
Absolutely. All right, and switching gears here a little bit, have you all ever flown on Spirit Airlines?
F Spirit. Spirit owe me money right now. Spirit owe me about $73.96. Booked a flight on Spirit, a one-way to Los Angeles, and they canceled it on a bright and sunny day for no reason. Never got through the customer service. They owe me money right now. I care less about Spirit.
Only flew once because I had to. My Delta flight was canceled, and I had to fly on that bus in the sky, and I thoroughly was disappointed. I didn't know it was first come first serve. You got to run on to get your seat. Like, I was confused. People were running past me. I'm like, why are they running past me? And they're diving. They're holding seats for family members who didn't pay.
I thought that was Southwest. I didn't
know you can do that.
That was Spirit. I didn't know that was Spirit. Southwest the one that you used to pick your seats on Southwest. Now Southwest has assigned
maybe I'm wrong.
Yes.
Maybe I'm confusing both buses in the sky.
First of all, stop disrespecting buses. All right, buses are way better than Spirit Airlines.
Oh, damn.
But go ahead, Mimi. I'm sorry.
Anyway, but yeah, I've never flown Spirit, ever.
No, Jess? You might be the only one out of us that have not flown on Spirit. Well, the low-cost budget airline is now asking your help. They need you to help save it.
No.
So according to reports, Spirit is in serious financial trouble, and they are now exploring the idea of using taxpayer money to stay afloat. So the company is already there in bankruptcy for the second time in less than a year, and raising those rising fuel costs and from the war in Iran, as we've been talking, they're making things worse. Let's listen to Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy.
But the question will be, does the federal government step in and bail out an airline that for a very long time hasn't been run well. No decision has been made. But they're real factors. Again, a lot of people work for Spirit. We care about the people that work for Spirit in this industry. But the question will be, can we do anything to save Spirit and make it viable? Or would we be putting good money into a company that inevitably is going to be liquidated?
First of all, good company should never be mentioned when you're talking about Spirit Airlines. They owe me $73.69. I've never flown Spirit because they owe me money from a flight.
Wait a minute.
Okay?
It was going to cost you $73 to fly to New
That
York.
was the whole thing about Spirit back in the day.
$73?
It was cheap as hell, and they just canceled the flight for no reason. So don't piss me off, Transportation Secretary. You're already pissing us off by sending all that money, over to all of these other countries to fund this BS war. Don't give no money to Spirit. Okay? I want none of my taxpaying dollars going to Spirit.
Does it have a seat, or you got to stand up and hold the thing?
That's a little too good to be true, right? A $73 flight to fly from coast to coast. Crazy. You thought you was really going to fly?
Back in the day, though.
Oh, crazy.
Well, let me play devil's advocate for a minute, because here's why Spirit matters.
I'm glad you said the devil.
Go ahead.
Shar, you know what I mean. So here's why Spirit matters, even if you never plan on stepping a foot on that plane, right? Because those low budget carriers, they tend to bring costs down in the markets that they operate in. So if they go away, then fares will go up for everyone. So for an example, in Minneapolis, St. Paul, after Spirit left that area, those fares that had to compete with Delta now, they went up by 50%. So that means everyone ends up paying more when those low cost budget airlines go away. So just something to think about. We've got Southwest, we've got Spirit. If they do leave those areas,
so that's supposed to make us care enough to save Spirit?
Well, I didn't say that. I'm just giving you all the options. That's it. Really quickly before we end, I just want to talk about this. 4 former presidents, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, and Joe Biden, they sat down for a rare conversation ahead of America's 250th birthday, sharing one message saying that they still believe in this country. And those interviews, they were done by Jenna Bush Hager at the History Channel. It's an event that's going to come up focused on the nation's future and asking, each of them what gives them hope. But now this morning in that same conversation, former President George W. Bush, he also shared that backstory. Do you remember that when him and Michelle Obama were sitting next to each other and they were laughing and it kind of went viral, the two of them? Well, he's sharing the backstory behind that. Let's listen really quick.
And I was sitting next to Michelle. That's what happened. That's who I sit next to at funerals. And I was kind of teasing her and stuff, and I slipped her an Altoid. Not as a joke, but I thought she might want one. And I got in the car afterwards and he said, "You're trending." I didn't know what trending meant. And it turns out the country is starved to see a white center-right Republican and a African-American center-left Democrat having fun and being able to converse, not as political figures, but as citizens. And I intend to continue to try to do that.
Who you said that was?
That was George W. Bush.
George W. Bush, a man who used to be known as the worst president of my lifetime. Remember? You remember that? Like, I'm old enough to remember, when George Bush was considered the Antichrist, when he was the one that was leading us into, unjust wars on the false premises of weapons of mass destruction, and when he caused the economy to collapse, and when he had a slow response to Hurricane Katrina. I'm old enough to remember things like the Patriot Act. Okay, when our civil liberties, were curtailed. All right, I'm old enough to remember those things. But now he's the old guy that Michelle Obama likes to play with and take candy from.
At funerals.
Yeah, funerals. When we're at funerals, we always sit together.
Yeah, that's what I do. I sit next to Michelle at funerals.
I'm old enough to remember. I'm old enough to remember how him ignoring certain intel caused things like 9/11. Okay, I'm old enough to remember these things, y'all.
Yeah. Well, and here we are in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, y'all. Well, that is your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me for more stories, and follow me on Instagram at Mimi Brown TV.
Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you.
Damn, God's talking to him through him this morning.
He said
he's not listening unless he hear God's.
I just learned a lot, though.
I don't. That's what happens. What did I say other than the truth?
Yeah,
I didn't say nothing wrong just now.
All right. When we come back, we have Kenya Barris joining us. Of course, director, writer. He has a new documentary, Jerry West, The Logo. It's on Prime Video now, and we'll talk to him next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. And he's wearing an athlete chain, right? There's different types of jewelry. There's an artist chain, and then there's an athlete chain. Right? He's wearing an athlete chain on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have director Kenya Barris here. Welcome.
What up?
How you feeling, man?
I feel good.
Expound on that now. Well, what's the difference between the athletes and artists chain?
There was this thing online that when you see a rapper wear a chain, it doesn't shine like when you see an athlete wear a chain. So, like, if you look at this chain, it's a different glistening, it's different shine. And dancing right there. They moonwalking.
So why not just a nigga with real money chain?
I like that. I like that.
Rappers got real money too.
I guess somebody.
I like that.
That's debatable. That's debatable. Okay.
Well, welcome, sir. How you feeling?
I feel good. It's a good stop.
Now,
how did they trust a black man with the Jerry West documentary?
I was thinking the same thing. The logo,
bro. It's crazy. I got the chance to meet him. My manager at the time, Brian Dobbins, was like, he's interviewing people. And I was like, I'm not going to get this job. So I was like, but I do get the chance to meet Jerry West. And so I went in there. And in 5 minutes, you can tell certain white people when they're comfortable around black people.
Yeah.
You can tell the moment you sat down. Like, it was like this dude had and like we immediately started clicking. And he's just funny. He's just a straight shooter. And he kind of reminds you like your uncle. You know what I'm saying? Or like somebody like says what's on their mind, cussing up a storm, funny. He was getting off the treadmill. He's 80 years old with weights. He was like, man, I'm so pissed. He was like, I had an injury and I can't run like I used to. And I'm like, if you ever see me on a treadmill with weights, this is my run for the month. And I was like, at 80, if I can do that. So we just hit it off. And I immediately knew I wanted to do whatever to try to get it.
Now, how did Jerry West become the logo of the NBA? I'm sure you break it down in the documentary.
White privilege.
But how did that
so,
happen?
So
out of all the players in the NBA, why Jerry West?
I said what Charlotte said, right? And that was one of the reasons I want to do it, because I was like, I always like to try to like make a hypothesis and try to disprove or prove it. And I was like, this dude was like the one white dude who could play. As I did the documentary, he absolutely earned it. Absolutely, positively. Nobody else should get it.
What makes
How
it?
Though? He's like and he's I was about to say up until now, he's probably one of the greatest losers in NBA history, championship wise.
Damn,
because he lost 7 finals.
Yeah, went there 7 times.
And won one.
But he got there 7 times. But like game wise, like if you hoop, dude still to this day has the highest points per game playoff scoring average with no 3-point line. So that's just going mid-range 12, 15 footers, hardest shot in the game. And that's just, he wasn't dunking the ball. It's just a dude who could just hoop. You know what I'm saying? And he was almost leading the league in assists. And when I talked to Jordan, that's what kind of changed everything for me.
Really? Why?
Because I'm a fan. I had to like not fan out when I was sitting down. But Jordan got so serious about Jerry, I stopped becoming a fan because you could tell how serious he was about him. And he said like, if for him, like when he sees like his lineage, he said it was Jerry, him, and Kobe. And like they all were friends. And he was like, but they say, and I kind of immediately saw like they all have that same kind of dog. They would leave it all out in the court, kill you on the court, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of translated into their life. So I was like, it changed how everybody said yes about Jerry, and then everybody kind of had that same sort of story.
Everybody's been talking for the last, 10 years that the NBA should change the logo to Kobe.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
I think Jerry probably would have been like, yeah, because he loved Kobe so much. I feel like Kobe probably would have been like, no. I think that there's something to Jerry represented. He was there almost from like the nascent when the NBA was like 1,200 people in the arena to all the way to, that's why we got something, he had such a through line. And I kind of think everything doesn't have to change. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like he represented, he actually earned it, and he was such a statesman as a player, as a coach, as a GM, as an exec. I think that's the right, I think, like and the only person, Kobe, Jordan. Well,
Jordan can't, because
it's the shoe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, I don't quite know what Kobe's logo would be. You know what I'm saying? Is it the jumper? Is it like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you represent? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they had a bunch of different versions of the logo. And he kind of was, there's a certain elegance to it, and it just I see that it represents the NBA to me now.
Yeah, and let's be clear, the logo is fire. Let's not act like the NBA logo's not fire, but also it's right place, right time, right? It's 1969. You need a logo for your company. Jerry West does this little lean coming down the court. It makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
Was it? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Was it easy to get the project greenlighted?
Yeah, so it was at Showtime, right? And Showtime Sports, and then they, Paramount went through all their stuff. It went away.
Mm-hmm.
We got it back, and then it became a bidding war for us. And we, Amazon was unbelievably went after it and wanted it, and we loved the idea that Amazon had. I just got the playoffs, and they really actually understood what we wanted to do. Like, they really got behind us and understood. It's crazy. Like, when they get behind stuff, their reach is so far. Everybody thinks Netflix, but Amazon's reach goes far because of what they can sell and NBA and NFL. And so it was. I think that was the right place to do it.
Does he get paid off of the logo?
No, I think that's and the thing that's what we're talking about. They never admitted it before this documentary. They never said that he would admit that he was the logo, and I think it was because David Stern was like, if we say he's the logo and we haven't paid him, we got to write him a check. Like, that's a if he wanted to go back, that's a check. And so they never, wanted to do it. But then Adam Silver just being cool and loving Jerry and knowing the family, and Jerry liked it and didn't like it, and so they finally admitted it, and it's an honor.
But they didn't cut up a check. They just admitted it. And
not to my knowledge. I'm saying I think the family is just the honor itself is enough.
Did he see the finished project before he passed?
No. But he did see some things, and we went over clips, and he saw things. He would not have wanted to see it. He didn't like seeing himself, on camera and stuff like that.
Who was the most interesting person that you spoke with during the documentary? You spoke to Shaq, you spoke to Steph, you spoke to Kareem, you spoke to Mike.
Madge because I think Mike or MJ or Madge.
Why?
Well, Mike because
who's Madge?
Magic.
Oh, you must go on the boat with him on the summer.
But we grew up with Magic. He's Jake or he's Madge. But one because he went through what he went through.
So another 3 letters.
Yes. Definitely at the time, those were the letters. Everybody my age remembers where they were at when Magic got and said that thing. I was sitting with my dad and we were watching what? And you at that point you thought it was a death sentence.
What your dad really say? Because I know what my dad said.
You can't say those words either anymore.
No, he ain't say the words. But the truth to the matter is, a lot of older men, especially older than me, my dad then was they immediately thought he was gay.
Yeah,
because at that time, everybody, and we also thought he was going to die.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing. I'm saying it was the idea of he's not going to make it. You know what I'm saying? And to see that he's not only that, he's become a multi-billionaire, multiple team owner, super businessman like that, but
probably healthier than us.
Beyond, not probably. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But to see him have as much love and affinity as he did for Jerry, and to tell that story, he kind of started getting teary because that was one of the first people he told, and so that was a really I really appreciated him being honest and so just transparent with that. And then Mike doesn't talk to a lot of people, and the way Mike, he went over in time, and just the idea he was I would have loved to play Jerry. You know what I'm saying? I think we would have had a great game. Just hearing those two dudes for where they're at talk about this man, they have no, and everybody, when you're doing documentaries, you got to get people's schedule and time, and it's not even people not wanting to do it. Sometimes it's lining stuff up. Everybody said yes. You know what I'm saying? And I was shocked at how many people said yes.
Let's talk about Kenya, man. Do you feel more powerful now? Or just more responsible?
I feel scared.
Really?
Because we're in a different age now. I'm sure y'all feel it in here. You know what I'm saying? You used to feel like you could just say whatever you want. You've had this show long enough where you should be. Now, do you second guess yourself sometimes?
I'm scared every day.
Yeah.
I'm not scared. No, not because of that. I think it's because I feel more responsible.
But you always have felt that's always been you wanted to carry the people, do this and so. But now there's an attack, and that used to be kind of quiet. Now it's an openness to you know what I'm saying, shut up. You know what I'm saying, they don't even care. They're the idea of the environment we're in now. I've never seen. We were just talking in the green room about, president putting himself as Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Easter Day tweets, UFC fights on the lawn. You know openly saying end to DEI. You know what I'm saying? Like that used to be kind of the whispers and like they don't whisper it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in a situation, I big up you when I saw you guys on Netflix #1. I was like, that's so important. You know what I'm saying? When you see those moments of like us winning in places where we're amongst everybody else, that's why Coogler was so important. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Coogler was my hero because what he did with Panther, and then everything he touches, he takes his time, does one thing at a time, which I need to do more of, but takes his time, does one thing at a time, and does it to such a high level, but he's telling our stories. And you know that's pissing people off. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's to do. You have to sort of like make sure if you're going to do it, you do it the best you can.
Do you look for those pieces now, like those pieces that mean more than just making a check?
Yes, 100%. And I think if you
they have made all the money now.
Yeah, I mean, not only that, but you want to keep the money goes away. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the thing that will last is like people say you do good work. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when you guys went over and it's like all of a sudden it's like, well, is this happening or is this dropping off or not? You know what I'm saying? I think you guys went to BET for a second. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we've done this a few times. We was on Revolt first, then we was on BET,
then we jumped to Tubi,
and then now Netflix. So, yeah.
And I feel like being at the #1 place and being #1 in that thing, it matters not just for being #1, but for the longevity and the legacy of what you do. Because it's like you never know when you make that leap. If you're making a leap and you're like, I should just stay where I was at. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think the idea now is like, I want to do stuff that matters. I want to do stuff that like has a voice. I'm doing a movie with Tiana out here. It's her directorial debut. I want her to kill it. Like I want her to sort of like she's taking a pay cut, this cut because she cares about this movie. So I feel like I got to care about her. You know what I'm saying, and get her through. And I want it to be dope. You know what I'm saying. So I feel like that's the next thing is like really sort of like making sure everything I do, I at least try to make it dope.
It's interesting what you said about because of the era that we're in with the Trump era. I feel like that's when you should be louder. You know what I mean? Like when the president called me out, I was like, good.
What are you saying?
He said I was a racist sleaze bag with
a low IQ.
Wow.
Yeah.
You say dumb idiot short?
He didn't say all that.
No.
He just said, he said a lot of other stuff, but the gist of it was I was a racist sleaze bag with low IQ. Yeah. And it's funny because whenever I critique him now and they ask the White House just says, refer back to that post from August of 2025. But I feel like you should do that. Like, and I made the comments I made on Fox News, right, with Laura Ingraham, his stepdaughter. I feel like you're supposed to do that.
I left Blackish because of him.
Tell the story, Ken.
I mean, that what happened when I left.
I've heard about this before.
They were, basically some people who were higher ups. Not Bob Iger. Bob Iger is cast as a CEO, his best CEO ever. But two higher up were the merger between Fox and Disney was about, and it needed presidential approval. And we had done an episode that talked about him, and they were afraid that he was petty enough to not, if we aired it, to not let the merger go through. And I was like, that's not how this works. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went through all the approvals, the episode's ready to air. It went through all the checks and balances. I was like, you're making, this is not fair to the people who watch this show. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I can't be here anymore. I was like, it felt like censorship. And Iger supported me, you know what I'm saying, in a way he didn't have to. He was like, he supported the idea that they didn't have to let me out of my deal. But they did, and I feel like he put up my, you know what I'm saying, it's like crazy. I have a tweet where he was like, Blackish, that's as awful. Could you imagine if they had a show called Whitish, you know what I'm saying? And I wrote back there, it's called Friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, the idea, but it was those moments, I remember I got audited, you know what I'm saying? Like, those little things, like, is this an accident? So I just feel like we're in a different, they're coming back. They're attacking. Yeah. They feel like they're in a different place and they can do whatever they want.
And that's why you was able to still be at ABC, but didn't go negotiate with Netflix and everything else.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They didn't want you to blow up their spot probably back then because you couldn't prove that.
No, but it would have been obvious. Yeah, and I had nothing. I didn't want to hurt Bob or hurt any of the people there. You know what I'm saying? But I also didn't feel right being there if I couldn't tell the story the way that I thought we should be telling it. So I wanted to go somewhere else, and Netflix was open to do that.
And it was an episode about Colin Kaepernick, I heard.
Yeah. It was kind of, but he was in it. But it was episode. It really was about the kneeling and how crazy the kneeling was way before the Floyd thing happened, and how the sort of celestial irony of that's what he was, saying, kneeling, and then someone kneels, like the idea of like, I was like, not enough people are talking about that, and so that was really what it was about, and we were just afraid that it would piss him off
and cause the merger between Disney and Fox not to go through.
Yeah, at that time, which was the biggest merger in entertainment history.
Wow. Yeah. You were smart though the way you played it.
Yeah.
Oh, I came out. I was like, oh, this played out. This worked.
You still had everything. You had all the issues with ABC.
Yeah.
And then you had all your Netflix stuff going on.
It worked.
Wow.
But I mean, but it didn't have to. I remember being in my office like I'm blowing my career. I remember coming home. My kids were like, "Are you okay?" Because I didn't know that was going to happen. Like it could have went anyway.
Why'd you feel like you was blowing your career?
Because it could have went anyway. I didn't have a job. I didn't know I had a job when I said I quit. You know what I'm saying? Or I said I want to do this. I didn't know I had a job, and I didn't know what was going to happen. But it worked out, and the show went on for a long time. And Anthony and Tracy blew up, and like they, kept doing. But I feel like it was for me. I was scared.
Would you do another show like that shows black families?
I want to. I did it. I mean, it was different. That was a little bit more like edgy and stuff like that. But I wanted to just go back to like talking about stuff.
I mean, I talk about it all the time. I came from, of course, the Cosby Show in the Different World era. And I tell everybody all the time, the reason I went to Hampton was because it reminded me of a different world.
Yes.
The reason I do some of the things with my kids now is because I remember the Cosby Show and how it made me feel. And I would just feel like we missed a lot of that, seeing that on television.
Yeah, I want to do it again. There's one I want to do something about going through a divorce, and maybe not knowing if you want to get divorced. You know what I'm saying? Like called "Don't Go Outside." Like, but because I think so many kids deal with divorce, and you don't really see the effect. You know what I'm saying? It had, particularly on my sons, for me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, and then your wife has a glow up. You know what I'm saying? And like. Every black woman after she gets divorced gets better looking. You know what I'm saying? And you look out and you're like, it's same hoes, different clothes out there. And I had a moment when I got divorced and I was like going through all these stats of like, there was a stat going around like if you're over 6 feet, not morbidly obese and make over this, you're in the 3 percentile of the dating pool. And I was like, what if you're black? I was like, and I was like, I'm going to be a unicorn. And then I got out there and I was like, what am I doing? And then I went back and I was trying to get back and she was like, well, here's a stat I have for you. Did you know that men on average who get divorced live 5 years less, and women on average who get divorced live 5 years longer? You can pick up the kids Friday at 5.
Damn.
So I mean, I want to do. I mean, I do miss that about network television, or like how you guys can get on every day and like be topical. Network television felt topical. It felt like you could kind of be in the conversation and actually talk about stuff that people were going through. So I do miss that.
But do you think TV still has that power in the streaming era, or has the culture moved to social media and stuff like podcasts and Breakfast Club, things like that?
I think podcasts are the most powerful venue in terms of entertainment, because in which you can do in terms of being topical. They put Trump in office. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the podcasters had a lot to do with, Aiden Ross and stuff. Like,
I don't believe that.
I do.
I think we give, I'm not going to say that they didn't have some type of influence, but man, we give them way too much credit. I think it was more about what Democrats weren't doing in that moment as opposed to what a bunch of podcasters did.
Well, I think the Democratic Party has to start getting some real balls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was a great statement that Michelle Obama said when she was like, when they go low, we go high. Yeah. We might need to go low sometime too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta fight with who you're fighting with. But I feel like podcasters, I was talking to someone, they were talking about Kai, and they were like, Leonardo DiCaprio can walk down the street, so whatever, but when Kai walks down the street, people feel like they know him differently. You know what I'm saying? And there's a different relationship. They don't feel like and I think that is more a relationship that reaches like voters and the people. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there is nothing on every day that people can like. Everyone goes, if there's something happening, they come to see what y'all are talking about that day. If y'all are going to talk about it, who you have on. They're not. If you got to do that in streaming, you got to wait 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, because it can't. Network television used to be able to keep up with it, but there's nothing now that like lets you keep up with it. Like, you guys get to do what you want to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? You've now been through it enough. You get to do what you want to do. Like, they can't. I mean, I'm talking about jinx, but they can't cancel you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go to your platform and you have an audience. Whether it works enough or you'll figure something else. So I think that's what we need more of, is like, so you can go do it and do it a little bit fearlessly, even though you're still going to be scared, but you can do it a little bit fearlessly.
I enjoy the Netflix thing, but I think, what we do is unique because video is just one part of the way people consume us. So we can take chances with the video, right? Because our primary is radio.
Do you guys edit that show?
As far as what?
On Netflix, is it edited or is it the same show we're used to?
Oh, it's the same show. Yeah.
Okay.
But
same exact show.
But the only difference is we got to take out music and commercials and things like that, of course.
Okay.
You won't see that on
But it's the same content.
Same concept.
We're not even, it's like, right now we're being recorded. If it wasn't on Netflix, it would have been on YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
But the primary is radio.
Yeah.
So you got tens of millions of people listening to you talk on the air right now. Then we distribute it as an audio podcast. Then we put clips on YouTube and social media and give the full
video podcast.
Have you guys ever thought about doing this as a scripted show?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Can you remember Larry Sanders?
Yeah.
I think the idea of a scripted version of a podcast that everybody knows, but like the behind the scenes, the like guests coming on, you know what I'm saying, like, and have something. I just think that something like that could be, I would watch that. And I think that's an example of like how you bridge the two things. You know what I'm saying? Like the idea of that becomes an idea, because people don't understand really how podcasting actually works. They think you just sit down and do it, but it's bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? It's the prep, it's the behind the scenes, it's the politics. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you did it and made it funny, I'm just pitching the show for myself for you guys.
Nice.
We've been doing sketches and all of that type of stuff, but no, you're right. Like it is a lot that goes on behind the scenes, but also I've been telling people, man, with the podcasters, to me, that's the next level, right? Because they're already this generation's stars.
Right.
So what Theo Von just did this weekend?
Yeah. What did he do this weekend?
He produced his own film. He paid for it, called Bus Boys, with him and David Spade.
Yeah.
I think he put like $3 million of his own money up. Came out in theaters Friday, and it debuted at like number 9, made $1.7 million. But the fact that he was able to say, I'm a comedian, I got a podcast, I'm going to do a film now because I want to give my audience another form of content. I think that's where you got to go with it.
Me and Drewski are doing a movie together.
Oh, really?
Nice.
We I'm not gonna say where it's at yet, but we think we know where we're going. But it's based off of one of his concepts.
And church skit.
It's about a funeral home.
Funeral home.
But then he has his Talladega Nights, where he wants to play the black car driver, the white car driver, and this. Drew, don't be mad. I'm sorry.
Drewski is way too big to be in any goddamn body.
I think Drewski is, and I think he's one of the dudes. Like, I think he's Martin Lawrence, Jim Carrey, Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy. He's one of the few dudes who can like
character actor,
get in those characters. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's thing. But I do think podcasting is the biggest thing in the world right now, and I think the idea of like people understanding and bridging out is the next form of it.
Ken, you got to go. So we appreciate you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Definitely check out the logo. It's available on Prime right now. And thank you so much, brother.
Always.
Kenya Barris. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Let's get to the latest with Loren.
Your talk, LL Cool, babe.
Yeah, I'm not dumbing myself down. I'm being myself.
Sources trust.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything and everything.
The little brown girls look at you and go, I want to be like you.
Take me through that, take me through that.
Where's she going? The latest with Loren
Take me
LoRosa
through that, take me through that.
on the Breakfast Club.
LL Cool, babe. Talk to me.
So Teyana Taylor, real quick, congratulations to her, because it was announced yesterday that she is the new face of Revlon's Super Lustrous Lipstick. This is a part of their Be Unforgettable campaign, which is a really big deal to get a beauty campaign. She now joins Revlon brand ambassador alum like Halle Berry, and she, as you know, the ambassador, she'll just do like the photo shoots, and she'll go around and travel and talk about the brand and get to be a face as she has conversations about what it's like to be an unforgettable woman and the woman that came before her. So congratulations to Teyana.
Man, drop on the clues bombs with Teyana Taylor. And as you heard Kenya Barris just say, Teyana Taylor's making her directorial debut in a film called Get Light that stars Storm Reed.
She got a lot going on.
Going on.
She just did People's Most Beautiful magazine issue as well too. She portrayed Janet Jackson as well, which is a big deal. That's a huge issue for them as well.
He ate it down.
Yeah,
Teyana's just getting started, man. Like Teyana has not scratched the surface of how good she is artistically.
Love to see it. Well, in other news, we've been talking a bit about the Michael Jackson biopic, and yesterday, biopic. I always get that wrong.
Wow,
yesterday,
just gotta correct you. That's crazy.
So please shut up.
She always do it on that
That's
word.
crazy.
That's the one. That's the one she got.
That's crazy.
All right, so
That's the one she got.
That's the one word you got.
So yesterday, there were some early predictions that came out that I thought were amazing, but it's Michael Jackson. So yesterday, it was announced that Michael Jackson is the biopic. Is going to be the highest. It's predicted to be the highest grossing opening for all biopics of its time. It's being predicted that this movie will make anywhere from $85 million to $150 million at its opening.
Damn.
Yeah, and that's just a prediction. But they're predicting that based on how they, see people coming out to the theaters, and this is via Deadline and Global Box Office.
I can't wait to see it.
Yes.
Yeah, me neither, because I'm seeing a lot of mixed reviews, and I don't want to listen to anybody. I want to see it for myself.
Yeah,
because I'm wondering if people are because we love Michael Jackson, right? Like nothing's going to stop you from loving Michael Jackson.
Right.
Nothing's going to stop you from loving his music, right?
Yeah.
But does that mean the movie is good? Like you might go there and get caught up in your fandom, but is the movie good?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of ratings that said they didn't love it, but I want to see it for myself. Like Charlamagne said, I'm gonna go see it for myself, regardless of what people say, regardless of how many tomatoes it gets and all that other ish.
Right.
I'm gonna go check it out myself.
Yeah,
And I think the biggest complaint I see people, I think they thought the negativity was gonna be in there.
Yes.
And it's not, and people are like, oh, where's that? But
So let's
Damn. So people was going to the movie to see the negativity.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say negativity, but for me, I would have liked to see them clear up a lot of the things that I feel have been false about Michael for years.
Okay.
Like if the FBI investigates you for 17 years and they don't find anything, you're clean.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So Rotten Tomatoes, what you guys are referencing is at first, yesterday, the Rotten Tomatoes score dropped after the world premiere in Berlin, and it was listed as 27%. I checked this morning, it's now at 35% with only 101 reviews. And I did read some of the reviews, and they point to the fact that, yes, they wanted to see what they call like the darker side of Michael Jackson, so they feel like the movie wasn't full. But I mean, like we've had the conversations too, and I've seen the reports about the reshoots and things being taken out of the movie. And Antoine Fuqua, who is the director of the film, he made a pretty clear statement about that over this last week as things have been premiering. He said, when I hear things about us, black people in particular, especially in certain positions, there's always a pause. He was talking to the New Yorker. He said that he's skeptical of some of the accuser's parents, particularly, one of the gentlemen named Chandler, and that, he just doesn't know all the truth behind allegations, but people do crazy things for money. And there were reports that there were certain scenes that were in the film that were taken out that caused really expensive reshoots, and now we have the final production. So we're going to see it regardless.
What is the premiere date again?
The premiere date is April 24th. We'll be in Atlanta, but I got tickets in Atlanta.
You said April 24th?
Yeah, this weekend. This Friday.
Yeah, this weekend.
Okay,
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the family. I'm just gonna wait. I was gonna go, but I think the whole family would love to see it. My kids will definitely love to see it. So
yeah, and I think another part of it too, when you listen to the family talk about the premiere and talk about Michael Jackson, their biggest thing is wanting to humanize him and not look at this as like Michael Jackson, the king of pop, but like as a human. And I know Jafar Jackson, who is his nephew who plays him, was clearing up some of the misconceptions around Michael Jackson. Let's take a listen.
I always say the performance of not just doing the moves, but really owning the moves and making it your own, where it feels like it's the foundation's coming from you. And that took me a long time, and I still feel, I didn't really nail it like I wanted to in certain things, but in my mind, I always drew to how am I feeling afterwards, or how am I feeling during the performance, and sometimes I wouldn't even realize I did certain things, and that's when I knew I'm in a flow state. I'm not thinking so much. I'm just allowing the music to dictate what I should do, which I know Michael would always say that, so I wanted to strive for that.
Yeah, the people who saw the movie said he did a good job. They said he did a very good job.
That's really good.
Well, even if he missed some steps, it's Michael.
It's
the greatest.
He's not Michael, so ultimately he's not Michael.
Yeah. So, regardless, we're going to go see it. So we'll do that.
Definitely going to go see it. But I can understand people's criticism, because I wanted to see, I don't know if they do they acknowledge in the movie about how he owned half of the music industry's publishing?
We don't know.
I feel like that was one of the reasons he was targeted so much.
And then I wonder where it starts. Like, where does it start? When he was younger? Does it like? Okay, so when it was Jackson 5, that's how.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But the dope thing about it, I'm seeing a lot more clips of Michael Jackson. I don't know if y'all seen the clip of him and Janet sitting in the kitchen writing Scream.
No, I didn't.
And
see
I think one of them cursed it, like, mom's gonna be mad if we curse. But they're grown adults. Like, I love seeing those clips pop back up too.
Well, one of the things that they did actually talk about what's actually in the movie that they did actually address is in the movie is Michael Jackson and everybody thinking that he wanted to be white. Let's take a listen to Jafar.
I think the biggest misconception of your uncle is?
The biggest misconception, I would say that he wanted to be white. That's a big misconception, and that this film gives you that understanding of what that is. You know, what that vitiligo played a part in his life, and not a lot of people really understand what that is.
Yes.
And he was dealing with that from an early age.
See, I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
See, that's interesting.
Definitely.
Yeah, but you have to go, if you're going to talk about that, you got to go deeper, right? Because he married a white woman, he had white kids and all that other stuff.
That don't mean he wanted to
but
be
that
white.
was part of the reason why people thought he wanted to be white, because they felt like he always shifted to the white side.
Maybe they addressed that in the movie.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Those are good points, though.
Yeah, I think it's just we go see it and then we'll be able to have a full conversation. I also think it's unfair that it's only 101 reviews here and that number spread so far, and they're suggesting whether you go see it or not. We coming out in our jackets.
The
Anyway.
moral of the story for me is I don't believe Michael touched none of them kids. Okay, and I would like to see some of that cleared up in the movie.
He died as a legally innocent man.
Yes, he did. Absolutely.
Alrighty. Yeah. That was the latest.
And they want to come out with documentaries after the fact. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't believe Michael diddled none of them, Sharon.
Diddled. Anyway, happy birthday, Jack Nicholson. He is 89 years old. Did y'all know that?
No.
Jack Nicholson, 89. He will be 90 next year. Still acting, doing his thing. Well, yeah, but I bet they didn't know that.
We in there talking about Michael, and you just going to interrupt us to talk about some goddamn Jack
No, I
Nicholson?
thought we was done. Y'all know I always say happy birthday to the people.
That was crazy. Just cut Michael off to talk about Jack Nicholson.
My favorite part was
cut off that black bubble. Just talk about
happy. I'm glad Jack Nicholson's still alive at 89. I hope to live that long too.
He'll
But you didn't have to cut off
year.
Michael. Michael's no longer here. He has a biopic coming out Friday. You just interrupted him to scream out, Jack Nicholson.
No, I did not.
Most
I didn't
records had
scream
so
it out.
much influence, like a huge star.
Happy birthday, Jack Nicholson. You the birthday.
Yeah, we just shifted back to the left too. As soon as you yelled Jack,
Shut
it went back.
Recipes,
to the
Michael.
left.
I know you're looking down.
We got the donkey today coming up.
Yes, 4 after the hour. We need Tucker Carlson to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with him, please.
All right. Well, since there's no Jack Nicholson music, we're gonna play some Michael Jackson.
Play some Michael. What we got? What we playing? We got Off the Wall in there?
Off the Wall, yes, we do.
Let's go.
All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
That donkey thing that a bunch of donkeys around here.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
I got the donkey of the day for being toxic.
They made me the donkey of the day by the things that I've said.
Yeah, Charlamagne.
Some donkey todays just sell themselves.
It was you. What accountability are you taking?
I'd have made donkey of the day.
On the Breakfast Club.
That being said, I want to start off with this donkey right here.
Hey, donkey today for Wednesday, April 22nd goes to Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson, formerly of Fox News. We don't even have to say that anymore. He's completely carved out his own lane. He's just an American or Russian, allegedly, political commentator who hosts Tucker on X and the Tucker Carlson Show. We all know Tucker Carlson was a huge supporter of Donald Trump during the 2024 campaign and his previous campaigns. You would often see Tucker right by Donald Trump. At the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, Tucker Carlson described Trump as the funniest person he's ever met in his life. Tucker said he is a wonderful person. He knows him well. Okay, according to the New York Times, when Donald Trump was shot in the ear, allegedly, at a rally in Pennsylvania, Tucker was the first person to meet him. All I'm trying to tell you is Tucker Carlson was a huge supporter of Donald Trump, but not anymore. Okay, in an episode of his podcast released Monday, he seems to have severed ties with the president and says he is tormented by his past support of Donald Trump. Let's go to, what's that, CNN? Let's go to CNN and listen, please.
We'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be. And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional. That's all I'll say.
Tucker Carlson apologized on his podcast for his part in helping to get President Donald Trump elected during an interview with his brother, Buckley Carlson.
You and I and everyone else who supported him, you wrote speeches for him, I campaigned for him. I mean, we're implicated in this for sure. You and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now.
Carlson has been publicly criticizing Trump over the Iran war. He recently called out Trump's Easter Truth Social post in which the president threatened to destroy Iran's bridges and power plants and demanded that they, quote, open the f***ing strait. Trump later insulted Carlson, citing polling about his popularity. He posted to Truth Social saying, quote, Tucker is a low IQ person, always easy to beat and highly overrated. The Dominion case revealed that in 2021, Carlson had privately said, I hate him passionately. Still, these comments are a far cry from the 2024 election, where Carlson praised and campaigned for Trump.
And Donald Trump, whatever you say about him, and I think he's a wonderful person. I know him well. By the way, the funniest person I've ever met in my life, actually, he actually cares.
He was lying. The man, you already said privately that he hated him with a passion. But listen, here's the thing. The truth is the truth. Okay? If that's his truth, I have no problem with him telling the world that. Okay? We've all been there. All right? I had buyer's remorse over Joe Biden, especially when I realized he had no intention of being a one-term president. As soon as I saw him saying he wanted to run again, I was like, absolutely not. Because this man is not going to beat Donald J. Trump if he runs again. And beating Trump should have been the ultimate priority. But that's another conversation for another day. I'm just simply saying I regretted my support of a candidate before and expressed it. So if Tucker wants to do that, good. Okay, I see people debating if he's sincere or not. Bah humbug. Okay, listen, it doesn't matter. This is politics. Democrats got what they need. Can we listen to the clip again? Just a clip of him apologizing.
Supported him. You wrote speeches for him. I campaigned for him. I mean, we're implicated in this for sure. It's not enough to say, well, I changed my mind, or like, oh, this is bad, I'm out. You and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now. I do think it's like a moment to wrestle with our own consciences. You know, we'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be. And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional. That's all I'll say. But the question does present itself immediately, like, what is this? Was this always the plan? You don't want to be a conspiracy nut, but like, clearly there were signs of low character. We knew that. But it didn't. There are tons of people of low character who like outperform their character.
See, it doesn't matter if he's sincere. Democrats got what they need. They should be clipping that up and getting ready to run that in campaign ads for the midterms and in 2028, because I don't think Tucker would ever endorse a Democrat or an independent. He's going to stick to Republicans. He's going to stick to MAGA. Okay, if MAGA is still the dominant force in the Republican Party. Fun fact, Tucker Carlson was one of the people who wanted Donald Trump to choose J.D. Vance as his running mate. So just because he's soured on Trump doesn't mean he's jumped off the MAGA train. So Democrats, y'all got what you need, okay? Tucker said he was wrong. Tucker said he misled the people. Y'all should be clipping that up and getting it ready for attack ads in all the upcoming elections, because anyone Tucker endorses that's in opposition to your party, you can just put that clip in campaign ads and say, are you really going to listen to someone who got it so wrong? Okay? Are you really going to listen to someone who got it so wrong before? Simple way to discredit those big conservative voices that will still be big conservative voices, in the midterms and in 2028. Okay, just a little political warfare. All right, and Tucker gave you a great weapon if you clip it right. Now listen, here's the reason Tucker is getting donkey today. He said, and I quote, "I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional. That's all I say." Can I hear that?
And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional. That's all I'll say.
Let me hear it one more time.
And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional. That's all I'll say.
No. You said in private messages you hated Trump. Okay. And also, furthermore, if you apologize, which you did, if you said sorry for supporting him, which you did, then you can't say in the same breath it was not intentional. Okay. See, Tucker, I'm sure this wasn't your first time voting for Trump. I'm sure you voted for him all 3 times. You gave him full-throated, yum, gum endorsements. Okay, don't say it wasn't intentional. There was no surprises with Donald Trump. You even acknowledged that. Okay, I understand people who got conned because he said he would fix the economy on day one. I understand people who got conned because he said he would be the anti-war president. But you also knew that he led an attempted coup of this country on January 6, 2021. You knew he called to terminate parts of the Constitution over his lie that the 2020 election was stolen. You knew that, okay? Okay, you know that you intentionally endorsed a convicted felon of low character, as you put it, okay? 34 counts of falsifying business records in the first degree. You would never support a Democrat with that, okay? And you certainly wouldn't support a Democrat who was found liable in civil court for sexual abuse and defamation. So don't say you didn't intentionally mislead people in regard to Trump, because if you turn a blind eye to all of that and much more, okay, I don't have time to get into all the other reasons I could bring up, but if you turn a blind eye to all of that in order to support Trump, it was absolutely intentional. Okay, so own it. Own it all right? A sincere apology requires taking full responsibility for actions without excuses. Okay, a sincere apology, you own the action, you express regret, you acknowledge the impact of what it is you did, you take responsibility, and you make amends. And guess what? You have to be intentional about it. Please give Tucker Carlson the biggest hee-haw.
All right. Mm-hmm. Thank you for that donkey today.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when Kenya Barris was up here, he was talking about his kids, and he was talking about his perspective changed on some of the things that his kids were talking about. Let's listen.
What's something else your kids challenge you on that made you rethink your perspective?
Cursing. My kids, they curse. They don't curse at me, but they're like, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you'll hear it. I'm just like, a part of me is like, I'm actually happier that they're not being themselves around me. You know what I'm saying? But like, I never would curse around my mom. Never would, like, cursing around my kids. Like, I want them to be more of themselves around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my sons, I've caught them a couple of times, like, I call my, like, drinking. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, they'll get in trouble, but I'm like, if you're going to do this, please at least let me know what's going on. I think that for me was the difference of like how we grew up compared to how like my kids tell me the bad stuff that they do. And I kind of have to like eat it a little bit.
All right, so 800-585-1051. What is something that your kids challenge you on that changed your perspective? That is the
I got
question.
one.
We'll do it when we come back.
Yes, ma'am.
800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Steady calling my phone,
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, Kenya Barris was here earlier, and we were talking about some things that changed his mind about what his kids did that changed his perspective. Let's listen.
What's something else your kids challenge you on that made you rethink your perspective?
Cursing. My kids, they curse. They don't curse at me, but they're like, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you'll hear it. I'm just like, a part of me is like, I'm actually happier that they're not being themselves around me. You know what I'm saying? But like, I never would curse around my mom. Never would, like, cursing around my kids. Like, I want them to be more of themselves around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my sons, I've caught them a couple of times, like, I call my, like, drinking. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, they'll get in trouble, but I'm like, if you're going to do this, please at least let me know what's going on. I think that for me was the difference of like how we grew up compared to how like my kids tell me the bad stuff that they do. And I kind of have to like eat it a little.
So the question is 800-585-1051. What is something that your kids challenge you on that changed your perspective? Now, do you have anything, Jess?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it a challenge, but I grew up in a because I said so era, right? So you get like a lot of emotional pushback. I allow my son to do like emotional pushback, but you said that yesterday, or ask me why. Like, not like bedtime becomes a debate. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, my mother, you go to bed, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's because I said so. I wasn't able to challenge her. Challenge her commands, like whatever she told me. But I let my son ask me why, and I explained myself a lot. Our parents wasn't explaining themselves to us. It's because I said so. I told you to do something. You're going to do it. Don't ask me why, whatever. But I explained myself to my son. I think our parents looked at it as disrespect when there's more curiosity. Like, your kid's just being curious. That's pretty much it. I do not allow Ash to curse around me, and he doesn't try it. Now, I'll hear him slip up on a game when he with his friends, but, when he on a game with his friends, but he's not being disrespectful so I can hear him. Yeah. And when I do slip up and hear him, I don't go and interrupt the game, and he a teenager. He 14. He's gonna curse. You know what I'm saying? But he don't curse at me or with me in a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I don't say I told you so. Of course, my parents did. But, I explain the reason why I say no or the reason why I answer. As far as the cursing, no, my kids are not allowed to curse. If they're telling a story or they heard something, they will ask, can I have permission to curse? If they're explaining something, I can be like, yeah, I got to explain it. And the only other thing is gaming. When Logan, who's 22 years old, when he was gaming, I didn't take it as seriously as I just looked at it as a hobby, as a fun thing to do. And at the time, he was making money gaming, but I didn't take it per serious because I didn't see the vision of gaming back then. Now I see the vision. So if Jackson wanted to game more, I would be more into it. I would take him into if there's a gaming competition.
It could be a career for him.
I remember I had to DJ something at Barclays, and it was like 20,000 people watching people game. And I didn't get it at first, but now I get it. So I would be open to things that are outside the box. Pause. Even streaming, I would be out, things to that. What about you, Charlotte?
I said earlier this morning that I wanted to be still today and just hear the voice of God. So I need God to come into the room for this conversation. My kids challenge my wife and I every damn day, but they be acting a fool. So a perspective of mine that's changing, corporal punishment. Okay,
What?
my thoughts on corporal punishment change every time my babies try me. I'm telling you, I
What
don't
is
know what
corporal punishment?
beating your kid's ass. Okay, I don't know what gets into these kids sometimes, but they are the sweetest little angels 1 minute, and then a switch at some point flips, and you completely realize why your parents made you go pick a switch. Okay, I completely understand wanting to put belt to ass to your babies. Okay, I wouldn't do it, but damn it if they don't got me thinking about it when they act a fool. Okay.
What is wrong with you? And maybe they get it from their daddy, who came in there today like, I came in meditating as I was driving in, and the God was talking to me. And then the first thing you probably did was talk about Lauren's ball spot. Did God tell you to talk about Lauren's ball
That's
spot?
how I know you're a fake parent.
Why?
Because a real parent understands the ebbs and flows of raising children. There's no instruction manual that comes with this. So sometimes you are looking at your babies and you love your babies and you loving on them and you want to talk to them and you teaching them emotional intelligence. And then sometimes you want to beat their ass because they're not listening.
I understand.
Like, period. Bottom line, point blank, period. Like, I don't know.
I'm past the beating the kids. Madison and Logan, yes, but the younger ones,
20-something years old.
grown ones.
Back then, yes, I would pop them. Absolutely, positively, I would pop Madison. Logan, Madison, yes, they got it. The new ones, nah.
My oldest daughter, I spanked once, which was I felt so stupid after I did it because she had cursed. And I'm like, why are you spanking a kid for cursing? They don't know no better. They probably repeating words they heard you say.
It from
you know what I'm saying? So that was just dumb. So I never did that. And I don't put hands on my kids. But boy, I tell you. You know, sometimes you got to grab them and give them a little shake. You know what I mean? Or grab their arm a little bit and just squeeze it a little bit. Girl, you better listen to me. That was your problem.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You be sitting there with your wife like, get her.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, boy, y'all, you don't know the era we come from. You're trying us right now. Okay? You don't understand the era we come from, what we had to go through. You wouldn't have survived the 90s.
Now, I'm very surprised with my kids. My kids don't talk back. My kids, like, they are, I don't want to say the perfect kids, but my kids are not like Madison and Logan.
That's what I thought,
the
too.
older kids. The younger kids, they are angels. They are good. They don't talk back. They don't give daddy no stress. Which ones?
The youngest ones.
I got 12, 11, 9, and 4.
Yeah, wait till they get about 7. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's ebbs and flows.
12, 11, 9.
Because they might be good for a certain amount of time, and then they go through this little phase, and you sitting back like, well, God damn, what the hell?
Just to see how far they can go. They're trying.
Absolutely. And it make you think about going to get that switch.
And I ain't gonna lie, after the 4-year-old went to the hospital for as long as she did, I don't care what she do.
Nothing to her. Nothing. It don't matter what she
did.
did.
She'd give me the middle finger. I'd be like, I deserved it. Like, I like nothing. That 4-year-old can't do nothing.
And it is nothing that breaks your heart more than when your babies were sweet angels 1 minute and then they talking back the next. Man, I pulled up Beyond Scared straight on the laptop and said, come here and look at this right now. I put the little girl, that was a tween that they took the Beyond Scared straight. I said, look at this. Look at this right now. Okay. Oh my God. It ain't even that bad, but I just don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. Because I used to get beatings.
Nah.
You understand what I'm saying?
My kids
I used to get beatings for the smallest things.
My kids are different. They'll
All
probably
that
be here
talking
tomorrow.
is just crazy sometimes. All that talking, you're not listening.
They'll probably be here tomorrow. My kids are different. Because tomorrow is take your kids to work day.
Is it?
Yes.
Damn,
Marley don't need to be here. Marley ain't gonna know what's going on up here.
I know. All right.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, my name is Shar.
Hey, Shar, talk to us.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. I'm going to say this. One thing my daughter challenges me on, she's 13, and she feels she should be able to text boys and date. So that's a big challenge for me because my parents, I grew up old school, but we don't believe in that. Her dad is the same way. We're old school. But I'd rather she tell me about it, and I can talk her through it and help her and teach her how to navigate the boys versus her learning this on her own.
Yeah, I'm old school too. I'm flushing the phone down the toilet. I'm throwing the phone out there, throwing it in the front yard. Big toss. All right, okay? Go get her a flip phone. She get no texting, no nothing. Okay?
Take social media away, flip
everything.
phone, she needs it all. But yeah, that's the biggest challenge I get with her. So I just navigate her through it because it's, the society we live in now is completely different.
Man, I remember my father giving my oldest sister a beating just for staying out late. Because when you think when staying out late back then was 11:30, 12 o'clock. So just a father thinking about what his daughter may be doing staying out late. Now I got to navigate a 13-year-old texting boys?
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
It's a different time.
Y'all asking a lot.
It's a lot different, and that's why I love dance so much. They're in dance from 4 to 9 every day.
All of
when
their
they come
time.
home, they in my room. They fall asleep in my room, and I'm all through their phones.
How old is she?
Which one?
The one that dances.
You said which one?
The one that dances.
12.
Okay, she's still 12. She still got another year too.
And Madison ain't kissed her first boy to college. So I've been
that
all
you
over
know
my kids.
about.
Really?
Yes. Madison was slow. Turtle slow.
That you know about.
I'm slow.
You think Logan's slow too, huh?
I ain't say
you
Logan.
You know Big Logan.
I ain't say Logan. I ain't say Logan.
You ain't even talking about Logan.
I ain't say Logan.
I bet you Logan mama think he's slow.
No, we don't. Logan ain't doing. He ain't doing push-ups in the gym for nothing.
My name ring.
If you're just joining us, Kenya Barris was on earlier, and we were talking about some things that his kids challenged him on that changed his perspective. Let's listen.
What's something else your kids challenged you on that made you rethink your perspective?
Cursing. My kids, they curse. They don't curse at me, but they're like, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you'll hear it. I'm just like, a part of me is like, I'm actually happier that they're not being themselves around me. You know what I'm saying? But like, I never would curse around my mom. Never would, like, cursing around my kids. Like, I want them to be more of themselves around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my sons, I've caught them a couple of times, like, I call my, like, drinking. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, they'll get in trouble, but I'm like, if you're going to do this, please at least let me know what's going on. I think that for me was the difference of like how we grew up compared to how, like, my kids tell me the bad stuff that they do. And I kind of have to like eat it a little bit.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. What is something that your kids challenge you on that changed your perspective? Hello, who's this?
This Decon from Indianapolis.
What's
Peace,
up, brother?
Decon.
Good morning.
We're asking, what is something that your kids challenge you on that changed your perspective, brother?
Man, listen, let me tell you something, man. I just lost a son February 19th.
Damn,
sorry to hear that, King. Damn, man. Prayers up to you and your family for sure. Healing energy too, my brother.
Appreciate that, Charlamagne. But yeah, as a father, I'm 40, remind you. So I grew up in a different area from these kids these days. So it's like, I'm pushing them to be a man. Like, you want to be grown? Get your ass out there and be grown. Show me you can do it. Because when I try to be grown, my mama pushed me out there. I showed her I could be grown, where she was like, okay, well, you a man now. But now they're gone. I wish I would have let the nigga smoke the weed and drink and had the girls over or whatever, because I feel like in a sense he'll still be here. So my perspective on it now is that with my other two boys and my two daughters, I got to tap more into what they like, what they doing, what they into, so I could try to, be a parent and a friend. Add a little bit of friend in there where they could be comfortable with telling me this stuff, where I'll be able to correct it or be able to give them some form of guidance before it's too late. So some people might look at it as it's wrong. Nah, don't disrespect me and smoke a pound in my face. Don't disrespect your mama and your little siblings, your younger siblings, and don't be cussing all in front of me and your mom and all of that. Do what you do if you want to go out there. But I really wish that I would have been a little more lenient. Let them smoke the weed. Let them drink. Let them bring the girls all the time. I feel like my son will still be here. So in a sense, I do agree with dude. I hate my kids changed my perspective once I lost my son.
I understand that.
Well, sorry, brother.
I think you should give yourself a little bit more grace.
Yeah,
I struggle with the friend thing. I feel like you should be a parent and a confidant, meaning that they should be comfortable telling you things that they don't tell anybody else. I think the friend thing comes as they get older, because when them kids is young, man, they need guidance.
My kids is up. My kids is grown, Charlamagne.
Okay.
I got two 19-year-old boys, and my son that just died was 18.
Got you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think being a friend to your kid, like Charlamagne said, to a certain extent, right? Because you want your kids to be comfortable enough to tell you everything, right?
Yeah.
You want them to be a real safe place regardless. And I'm like, again, I'm sorry you lost your son, brother. But it's also like you said, if your kid wants to smoke weed or he wants to drink, you at least want him to be able to say, all right, I'm a dad, I'm gonna do it anyway, but I'd rather do it in a safe environment where you can control it, where you can explain to him what it is, explain to him what he's drinking, what he's smoking, what he's getting into himself into. So hopefully, you could be that changing factor for him.
And I think that's what he means.
Absolutely.
I gotta be honest with myself and say that I was more trying to rule with that iron fence to save them from it. Like, you know what I mean? So that's what got me to where now, like, I ain't gonna say I'm being soft with the rest of the kids, but I got a different kind of understanding that it opened me to. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, brother.
But hey, man, shout out to y'all, man. I listen to y'all every morning. I never tried to call no radio station. It's the first time I tried to because of that. the topic just kind of touched me about my son.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying? So I wanted to reach out. Hey, Charlamagne, I ain't used to like your ass, man, but you grew on me, boy. I respect you, boy. Hey, I like what y'all doing up there, man.
Thank
Keep
you,
it
King.
going for the black folk, man.
I appreciate you, brother.
All right. Well, what's the moral of the story?
He was from West Coast, wasn't he?
Sound like he was.
Yeah, absolutely. He sound like Ryan Coogler.
You know what's interesting about the when people say they want their kids to smoke weed and drink and stuff like that? Like if my kid came to me and said that, my question would be why? Like why do you want to do this? Because if the answer is because you see everybody else doing it, that's not a good enough reason. Because the only reason I did it back in the day is because everybody around me was doing it. And, it was in the rap songs and stuff like that. Like, that's the only reason. I didn't have a real desire. Like, you know what I mean? Because kids are young and they're impressionable. So why do you, I would want to know why. If you can give me a good reason.
But, for most kids, they see it so much, and they see adults doing it so much. They see it in songs. They see it on TV.
But that's the influence.
They see it. So the influence is like, why do so many people want to do it? Like, I'm not a heavy drinker in the house, so my kids never say anything to, drink. I would never smoke in front of my kids, so my kids don't know, so they don't ask. But you can understand if somebody's seeing it so much, but like, well, why do people want to do it so much? Let me try and see what the taste is. Let me try and see what the smoke thing is.
That's interesting because if the kids come to you and say, why are you and mommy always drinking wine? The older kid be like, why y'all be on them edibles? My answer is going to be, so we don't beat your ass, okay? So we don't take this belt and put it to your ass and make you go get a switch and put it to your ass.
Then when your daughter gets older, she gonna be like, I need to take an edible so Dad, I don't beat your ass because you be on my ass. So I don't want to beat your ass, Dad, so I'm gonna get one of these edibles.
She might be right. Don't act like these kids don't drive you to drink now.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Okay, don't act like these kids don't drive you to
You
drink.
need a hug, bro. You all right?
I think that's why happy hours exist.
Yes.
Yeah.
I bet you that's a struggle for so many people that grew up in the 1900s, like us, who don't want to raise their kids the way we were raised. I know we struggle with corporal punishment. We need to make that a topic maybe tomorrow. Let's talk about the parents that grew up in the 1900s like we did, who used to get beatings, who don't beat their kids now. Yeah. But damn it, understand why they used to get beatings back in the day now, because they got churned.
All right. Well, salute to all the parents out there doing the best that they possibly can.
That's all we can do. The best we can.
All right. Let's get to the latest with Loren.
Loren becoming a straight fact.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
Brought to you by Top Dog Law on The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
All right, y'all. So the Kanye West anti-Semitic apology tour continues. His most recent stop, he was caught leaving a Jewish Human Rights Center in Beverly Hills. He was caught out by TMZ. It's the Simon Wiesenthal Center. Now, this center is a Jewish human rights organization, and they do everything from Holocaust research and remembrance to combating anti-Semitism, tolerance education, a bunch of different things. He was there for about an hour and a half. And this, comes after all of like the concerts being canceled and being pushed and those different conversations. So yeah, he's making the rounds again, trying to figure it out. We move on. Yep. So in other news over there in LA, so right now it's a very weird time for the Kardashians. It may be something that they're probably used to. So right now, Kylie Jenner is being accused by a former housekeeper of being bullying and discrimination. At the same time, Khloe Kardashian is being called Black Khloe. I'm gonna get into it. Why they
calling her Black Khloe?
So
why they calling her BK?
I gave you
this guy's
guys.
crazy. He don't care about the discrimination.
Right.
I don't know why they call him Black.
I gave you guys a photo. I want you to flip your photo over. I gave everyone in the room photos. Yours is right here. Flip the photo over.
Lord.
All right. Now, at first glance, I thought that this photo, there is a billboard in California for Khloe Kardashian's Cloud brand, which is a healthy snack brand, right? I thought that this was Beyonce a little bit at first.
I was going to say the same thing. It did look like Beyonce.
You disrespect Beyonce
for
like this.
For a quick, it did.
No, it did not.
Yes, it did.
Not to me, not one time. Beyonce nose don't look like that.
For a quick moment, yes,
it did not. Not to me.
Now this
I ain't got my contact in either, but it did for a little bit.
Now this billboard is going viral, and again, this is a billboard that is actively live in LA right now because Khloe looks noticeably darker. There is a shadow over her face, but she does look noticeably darker, which has been a conversation around the Kardashians for some time. When it went viral on TikTok, Khloe actually commented on the video. She's like, with the laughing emojis, like, what is going on here? But yeah, the people are like, who the heck is this woman?
I wouldn't say Black Khloe. I might say Bodega Khloe.
Yeah,
Something like that. Yeah, she definitely looks Latina. She is Latina.
Yeah.
She looks darker than she usually is.
Yeah,
a lot darker.
But I mean, like, y'all gotta think about it. If y'all white, man, y'all don't want to be pale. Y'all want to tan. Like, who the hell want to be white? Envy?
I'm glad you. I'm glad you're talking to Envy when you say
I'm
that.
not white, ma'am. Nor
because you do look like a sugar cookie
in the wintertime, y'all lighten up and y'all
don't say y'all.
Not Envy.
Not
Envy in here with empathy because he beige.
You know, white people.
Well,
I'm not white.
Well,
I'm black.
All right,
You're Dominican.
When I say
I'm not Dominican.
sorry. I'm just saying
Listen.
because you're the lightest in the room. But in the wintertime, you get real,
You look like a sugar cookie.
Sugar cookie. Now,
yes, sugar cookie.
Go back
right?
to the discrimination.
Discrimination.
Discrimination
Now, on
part.
the other hand, Kylie Jenner, she's named as a defendant in this, but it's actually her house staff. So there's a woman named Angelica that had been working for Kylie since 2024, but she's resigned. And she says that she was treated with hostility and exclusion. She says she was belittled and humiliated in front of her co-workers because of her race, her origin, and her religious beliefs. She's Salvadorian and Catholic. She says that they were yelling things at her like Catholics are horrible people. This is Kylie's house staff. And that she was mocked or intimidated about her immigration status and threatened with deportation. She says she had hangers thrown at her when she complained about the treatment. Now, Kylie's camp, or people close, are telling TMZ that people that are familiar with her house staff are saying that this person was just a junior housekeeper and that she had attendance issues along with other workplace concerns. But again, she's not saying that Kylie said all these things. She's saying it's her house staff, but she's named as the defendant because she's basically saying that Kylie failed to regulate this.
All Kylie got to do is point at this picture of Chloe and said, I would never, my sister is Spanish. Okay, that's all she got to do. And I would never discriminate against another. Salvadorian's not Spanish. They speak Spanish, though, right?
They are Spanish.
Okay.
I'm Salvador. Yeah.
Right here. This is my El sister. Okay, she's Spanish.
My El sister.
She's Spanish.
It's hermana.
Okay.
Well, hopefully that helps her.
Mi hermana.
All right. That is the latest. Now,
Yes.
who is that brought to you by?
It's brought to you by Top Dog Law.
Okay.
Any accident, big or small, call Top Dog Law.
And I want to salute my guys at Drink Champs. You know, the 4th annual Black Effect Podcast Festival is happening this Saturday at Pullman Yards in Atlanta, hosted by Envy and Loren LoRosa. We told y'all Crystal Renee Hayslett has the Keep It Positive Sweetie podcast, and it's going to be a mashup with Carisha. Young Miami, right? Carisha Please podcast.
Yep.
Drink Champs, their special guests are going to be none other than ATL icon CeeLo Green. Okay, dropping the clues bombs for CeeLo Green.
What's up, CeeLo?
CeeLo, you might as well bring the rest of the mob with you. Might as well bring the rest of the Goody mob with you. Okay, since we in Atlanta. I would love to see all the brothers there. And as well as K. Michelle. She'll be on Drink Champs.
Dope.
Oh my God.
Get an exclusive shorty.
No, I am so excited. She has been killing Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I haven't seen it yet.
And she's doing well. Oh my God. Like, and she's not even doing the craziest thing. She's just maintaining herself. It's just good to see her on there. She's been doing so great in her interviews. I cannot wait.
Well, she'll be at the Black Effect Podcast Festival this Saturday with Drink Champs.
And she's not the drama. Actually,
no, that's what I'm
at all the
saying.
drama like,
it's so good to see her as she's not the villain. Well,
Love
not
that.
yet. Anyway.
Yeah.
We don't know if it changes, but
Yeah, salute to K. Michelle.
All right, so go get your tickets. I think there's still some tickets left, some general admission tickets left. blackeffect.com/podcast festival. We'll see you this Saturday in ATL.
All right, well, let's get to the People's Choice Mixes, the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a salute to Kenya Barris for joining us this morning. New documentary, Jerry West, The Logo, is streaming on Prime Video now. So salute to Kenya Barris.
And also just great to talk to Kenya, man. Kenya is one of those people who's had so much success in television and film that his insights on TV, film, and just the whole entertainment game are always good.
Now, this weekend, if you're out and about, Friday, of course, I'm going to be in Pittsburgh for their draft party. Thursday, I'm going to be in New York for the Giants draft party. But Saturday, we're heading to Atlanta for the Black Effect Podcast Festival.
4th annual Black Effect Podcast Festival is happening in Atlanta, Georgia at Pullman Yards. Go get your tickets, blackeffect.com/podcast festival. Grits and Eggs podcast is going to be on there. That's my man Deontay Kyle and Big Ice Cup Cat. Carlos King will be there with the Reality with the King podcast. Drink Champs is going to be there, and we just announced this morning that their special guests will be CeeLo Green and K. Michelle. Crystal Renee Hayslett will be there with her Keep It Positive Sweetie podcast, and we're doing a mashup with her and Young Miami with the Carisha Please podcast. Mona with the Don't Call Me White Girl podcast, and Jeff Teague with the Club 520 podcast. And we got panels like Tika Sumpter's going to be on the panel. My man Ian Dunlap is going to be on the panel. It's all type of stuff going on. Clarissa Shields is going to be there. Who else? Listen, it's a lot going
She
on.
performing her song?
I don't know what Clarissa pulling up. Like
Okay.
Clarissa said she want to pull up. My man Michael Bivens said he pulling up. It's a lot of different things going on. My man Roger Carruth got the NASCAR simulator there for anybody that wants to learn how to do race car driving. So listen, the Black Effect Podcast Festival is a family affair. We got the food trucks, the vendors, everything. So we'll see you Saturday in Atlanta. blackeffect.com/podcast festival to go get your tickets.
All right. Now, Jess, where you at this weekend?
I'm in Newark, New Jersey, at Rutgers University for Black Writers Weekend. At 4 p.m. it starts. The event is sold out. But Brooklyn, I'm coming to y'all Thursday, April 30th at 7 p.m. For my book launch, Till Death Do We Parent. So make sure you get your tickets at Powerhouse Arena. We're going to be at the Powerhouse Bookstore, y'all. So see y'all next Thursday.
Next Tuesday, Jess' book will be out.
Period.
Till Death Do We Parent.
Yes.
I can't wait for you and Rome. I know Roman's coming up next week to do that interview. Is he?
Yes.
I was just joking, but he really is.
No,
coming?
yeah, he's definitely trying to
I can't
come
wait.
up
Rome
with
got a
that
whole
interview
promo tour
with me.
plan.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That Jess don't know about. Rome is waiting for the book to drop. Rome waiting for the book to drop and for people to read it, for him to go on his tour.
So Rome, your baby daddy will be here and you won't. So he's going to be filling in for you.
No, he's not gonna. He's gonna do the interview with me that I do here to promote the book. Yes,
I thought he was
wants
filling in for you. Like,
no.
Oh, all right.
If y'all
What if Rome
allow
come up
that.
here and hold the book up and say, Cap?
All right.
That would be so
Oh my
funny.
God. No,
You got a
it wouldn't.
positive note?
I do. The positive note is simply this, man. Accepting complete responsibility for your life means that you refuse to make excuses or blame others for anything in your life that you're not happy about, okay? If you think someone or something other than yourself is responsible for your happiness and success, I guess you're not that happy or successful. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Woke up. Wake you up. Wake that ass up. Program your alarm to Power 105.1 on iHeartRadio.